I made a video on my channel about the Hot Pad X move and how when I travel I'd love to just be able to pack this and a GameCube controller and go. And that had me thinking, what if I forgot my GameCube controller? I usually either throw this or the Steam Deck in my bag when I travel, so I imagine this wouldn't take up much more space, right? One thing that I neglected to mention as well during that review is that it is just plug and play with Switch, so I don't need my Brook converter at all to play games on it. So now I decided, well, let's see how much I can actually play. In reality, there's really no excuse as to why I wouldn't have a GameCube controller with me. In this room alone, I have 7 of them. I also have a Switch True Pro controller and a Switch 1 Pro controller, but I thought this would be a fun little challenge to do. It's Mario Party 2, my favorite Mario Party. And immediately I began to realize that I don't need the right analog stick to play any 64 games. I didn't remap my buttons at all, but for the most part, it's just A, B, and Z and moving around for this game, so it can't be that bad. Then I did this minigame, which requires you to mash the B button and press A to jump. Now obviously, this didn't go as I had intended, so I did what any other person would do with this kind of ability. I ran it back. Now, this was a much better attempt. While I didn't win, I survived. Next up was Mega Man X4. I always play as Zero. The first thing I tried to do was Saber Dash cancel. Honestly, it's pretty easy on Leverless. It's also very easy to cancel the animation before the sword even comes out, so you gotta be careful about that. I did start to get the hang of the movement a bit. I did a little SDC against his door, then I ended up fighting the boss. Then I tackle Magma Dragoon. This is a stage I always start with when I speedrun, and at this clip here you're going to see I'm trying to get that heart piece. Honestly, it takes a little bit to get used to dash jumping and everything, and admittedly, like, most people will wait for the double jump to get this anyway, so the fact that I got it on Leverless for the first time felt pretty good, so I'm not even tripping. Now here's me fighting Magma Dragoon using Leverless. Admittedly, I was blessed with RNG. It could have been a bit better fight-wise and RNG-wise, but hey, I beat him. Towards the end, I get to do a little Saber Dash cancel, but I gotta get the timing down. Otherwise, it's really easy to do. And the next one we try is Mario Kart World. So in my Leverless review video, I ended up playing Crash Team Racing, and that was pretty smooth, so I decided to give Mario Kart a try. What I was gonna do is drive a little bit in free roam and then hit knockup tour, and then I noticed there was something wrong. You may have noticed it too. That's right, the steering's not working. My stick is set to D-pad, and with no way seemingly to change that to left analog stick, that effectively kills this video. No, I'm kidding, I figured it out. So basically I had to go into the GP 2040 settings and then change it from D-pad mode to left analog. But it took a little while to figure that out because I was looking in all the wrong places. While relatively smooth and a bit of luck up until this point, unfortunately, this is where my run ends. Because like any other Mario Kart game, it's inevitable that you get Mario Karted, especially at key moments. But honestly, 7th place on a foreign controller isn't really that bad, so I'll take it. I did, however, also take it into time trial, so here's some footage of that. All things considered, I think I did pretty well. I could probably play this game over and over with the Leverless and get nasty with it, so it's pretty comfortable. Next, we're going to try one of my yearly classic games.
Good luck.
Yeah, I think I'm going to need it for this one. I couldn't for the life of me get used to the controls, with down being up and up being down. This felt almost as bad as the very first time I played this, and as someone that loves Star Fox 64, this was painful to do. Granted, I didn't change the controls, so that's on me. I wanted to be authentic.
Enemy field analyzed.
You annoying little... Those who cross that... My Emperor! I failed you!
Now, before I get into the Smash section of this video, I'm sure there's a large segment of you watching this that say, why would I play with that controller when they have Leverless controllers specifically for Smash? And you're right. Would you rather travel with this or this? I don't really need the D-pad for games like Smash or Mario Kart, so it's a lot less buttons and a little less learning curve because this can be a little intimidating. This little connector right here does not plug directly into the Switch 2 dock. It connects into one of these, but no, not this one. This brand doesn't work with the Smash box. I need a specific one in order for this to work. And so, while this would have been a nice opportunity to show off the Smash box, the dream is dead. Thus we move on with the X move. Controlling the game isn't too difficult. I noticed you have to really press down the dash. And while I'm really trying to nail the short hopping, so it's kind of like a flicking motion that you have to do with your finger. Since I use tap jump, it's like the X button and then flicking it, but as far as smash attacks and movement, otherwise it feels pretty good. I am trying to get used to the movement in general, and one thing that kind of trips me up is switching the monados, especially with up being at your thumb. So rotating through those was a bit tricky, but I did get more hang of the short hop when I was using Shulk, especially in speed. It's a lot easier to short hop fast fall. Overall, this has been an interesting experiment. I'm realizing that I can play a lot more games than I thought with a leverless controller. Being able to play Mario Party and Star Fox to a lesser extent, it's pretty cool. I don't think I'm willing to go through the learning curve to play Smash on a leverless controller. I'm not going to throw matches for the sake of learning a leverless controller. But most anything else, I'm down to try it. Let me know in the comments what you thought of this video, or if you have any suggestions for games I should try. One thing I should note, I did not remap the buttons once again, so maybe I'll take the time to remap the C buttons and try something like GoldenEye or something. Or maybe Perfect Dark if that's on there. I don't know if it's on NSO. But let me know in the comments what you think. We out.